Okay, so in the last class, what we have seen is we have seen some problems solved with respect to DTFT. Particularly, we solved using the formula for DTFT, that is x of omega, which is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n e power minus j omega into n. So using this formula, we have solved problems. In today's class, we will be using IDFT to get back the time domain signal x of n from x of omega. So what's the formula I told for IDFT? X of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi x of omega e power j omega n into d omega. So you can get the time domain signal using this formula. But if you use some of the properties which I have mentioned here, it will be easy for us to solve the problems. So what we will do is, first I will explain you the properties. So the derivation, I will post the video, don't worry about that one. So the derivations for properties of DTFT are important. And so first we will understand the properties, and then we will solve some problems with respect to properties to get them time domain signal from the frequency domain signal. So that is getting x of n from x of omega in this class. So today we will see the properties of DTFT, then we will see the partial fraction method, and then with respect to properties we will solve some problems. So whatever things we are doing here, same thing we have done in CTFT, so the technique remains the same. So it's easy for you to grasp these things. So I'm not going to solve much of the problems in this DTFT because we have solved much more problems in CTFT. So I think it's the same procedure. Okay, just to give you basic idea, we are giving you I'm solving some of the problems here. Okay, so now let me go one by one about the properties of DTFT. First one, okay, before that, when you define anything, so x of n DTFT is x of omega, then y of n DTFT is y of omega. The first property is linearity property. A into x of n plus b into y of n will be a into x of omega plus b into y of omega. So this you will be using when the problems comes like half on the left side. If you want to multiply, then you can multiply here also half. So you can when problem comes, you have seen in CTFT. Okay, so when I have used this linearity property, then time shifting. So if so, how do you understand the things here? So you are shifting in time domain x of n minus n naught. So you are shifting in time domain. So this is your time domain signal. If you shift by n naught, what happens in the frequency domain? So this is your frequency domain. What happens for your frequency domain? So you take the frequency transform of x of n, which is x of omega, and multiply by e power minus j omega into n naught. So you have to understand in that way so that it will be easy for you. If you simply read x of n minus n naught is equal to e power minus j omega n naught into x of omega, there is no meaning in that. So you have to understand the things. So what happens if you shift in time domain? So you have to multiply by this exponential raised to the power of minus n naught into x of omega. So you take the Fourier transform and multiply by this exponential. So like that you understand the things. So things will be easy for you. Then frequency shifting. So understand the term. So now we have done time shifting here. That is x of n minus n naught. In frequency shifting, what we will do? We will have a shift in frequency. So correspondingly, what happens in the time domain if you shift in frequency? So like that you understand the things and learn. So that time it will be happy for you. So x of omega minus beta, then x of n e power j beta n. So if you shift by a factor of beta, you have to multiply by the exponential e power j beta n in your time domain signal. So here also you have to multiply by exponential, but here it is e power minus, here it is e power plus. Scaling. So if you scale in time domain x of Pn, in frequency domain it will be division x of omega by p. Here it is multiplication by the factor, here it is division by p. So if you stretch the signal here, there, sorry, if you compress the signal here in time domain, there in frequency domain you have to stretch the signal. So like that you have to understand the things here. Then frequency differentiation. So if you do a differentiation of the frequency x of omega, then time domain will be minus jn into x of n. Then convolution. So this is common. So convolution x of n, convolution y of n. So time domain convolution is nothing but multiplication in your frequency domain. So this is very, very important. So this property, not only now for your studies, if you go higher, like in your masters or anything, if you do, so this property, with respect to DSP or signal processing is very important. So convolution in time domain is nothing but multiplication in your frequency domain, because if instead of doing this complex convolution in time domain, you just multiply the you do just multiply in your frequency domain. So this is easy, right? Then modulation, it is ulta. So you multiply in your time domain, then convolution in frequency domain, but 1 by 2 omega. So this is the small change you have to observe. Then Parseval's theorem. So your energy in time domain, summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity. Mod x of n the whole square is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral over 2 pi mod x of omega the whole square d omega. So this is your Parseval's theorem, which will give you the power density spectrum in your frequency domain. So now we will again go through it so that it will be helpful for us to solve the problems. So linearity property, a into x of n plus b into y of n, a into x of omega plus b into y of omega. Then time shifting property. So x of n minus n naught will be e power minus j omega n naught into x of omega. Then frequency shifting. So if you shift in frequency, so x of omega minus beta, then in your time domain, you have to multiply by e power j beta n x of n. Then if you scale it, okay, so here you actually are compressing the signal here, then it will be stretching in your frequency domain. Then if you do differentiation of your frequency domain, you have to multiply by minus jn into x of n in your time domain. This is common convolution. So convolution is in your time domain is multiplication in your frequency domain. Then modulation. So multiplication in your time domain, convolution in your frequency domain, but multiply by 1 by 2 omega. Then Parseval's theorem, summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity, x of n the whole square is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral over 2 pi mod x of omega the whole square d omega. So these properties you have to write it once so that while solving the problems it will help you. Okay. So having said that, we will so first what I will do is I will give you some idea. So what I will do today. So then we will solve some problems. Okay. So now, find the IDFT of. So this same problem you have done in CTFT also, the partial fraction method. So if they don't ask you, if the problem looks like this in the form of fraction, if they don't ask you solve with respect to property, you can use this partial fraction method and get the answer easily. Okay. So what is the question here? So you have to find the IDFT of the signal. So you have to find x of n from x of omega is equal to 3 minus 5 by 4 e power minus j omega divided by 1 by 8 e power minus 2 j omega minus 3 by 4 e power minus j omega plus 1. So how we have to proceed this one? So first one I will say and give you, then it will be easy for you. So the first step is put e power minus j omega is equal to s. So if you substitute this one, everything will become easy. So let us substitute slowly. Okay. So 3 minus 5 by 4 e power minus j omega, what I have to substitute as s, divided by 1 by 8. Here it will be s squared, because it is e power minus j omega, right? Here 2 is there. So it is s squared minus 3 by 4 into s plus 1. Okay. So I have to solve this in terms of partial fraction. So how I will simplify this one? You please observe. So this I can further write it as 3 minus 5 by 4 into s divided by s by 4 minus 1 into s by 2 minus 1. How did I get this? 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 8. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 3 by 4. So s by 4 minus 1 divided by s by 2 minus 1. So further, by using partial fraction method, we have to get the values of a and b. So let us substitute that. 3 minus 5 by 4s divided by s by 4 minus 1 divided by s by 2 minus 1 is equal to a divided by s by 4 minus 1 plus b divided by s by 2 minus 1. So 3 minus 5 by 4 into s is equal to a into s by 2 minus 1 plus b into s by 4 minus 1. So now we have to get the values of a and b. So in order to get the values of a and b, what we have to do? We have to put s by 4 minus 1 is equal to 0, which means that s is equal to 4, and we will get the values of b here. Sorry, we'll get the value of a, and to get the value of b, put s by 2 minus 1 is equal to 0. So this means s is equal to 2. You will get the value of b. Okay. So put this in equation 1 and solve it. You have to get the values of a as minus 2 and b as minus 1. So those things you can do. It's simple. Okay. Just substitute these values. Okay. I have done same problems in CTFT also. So those small steps you can do. So now I will substitute directly in this equation a and b. So this is our star. So from star, what is the value of a we get? Minus 2 divided by s by 4 minus 1 minus 1 divided by s by 2 minus 1. But what is s? S is equal to e power minus j omega. Do not forget that. So this one I will further simplify, you see. So minus from the denominator I will bring outside. So minus into minus it will be plus 2 divided by 1 minus s by 4 plus 1 divided by 1 minus s by 2. Because I have to express in terms of 1 by 1 minus a e power j omega. So that dtft of a power of n u of n is 1 by 1 minus a e power j omega. Same thing which we have done in CTFT. Okay. So same thing I'm doing in DTFT also. Okay. So let me, solve this slowly for you. So let me take this to next sheet. 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So what we have got here? We have got 2 by 1 by 1 minus s by 4 plus 1 by 1 minus s by 2. So we have s is equal to e power minus j omega. So let us substitute that in this one. So we have 2 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega by 4 plus 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega by 2. So we know that. So we have solved that. So we have solved this one. DTFT of a power of n u of n is nothing but 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. So in the first term, a is 1 by 4. In the second term, a is 1 by 2. So let us substitute that and get the answer. So using this property, what is the answer? 2 a power of n, because a is equal to 1 by 4 into u of n plus 1 into a is half power of n into u of n. Okay. So using this property, apply. So it looks like 1 by 1 minus a e power j omega. So what is the IDFT? A power of n u of n. So it is the reverse. Okay, we are going the reverse way. So apply that property, you'll get this answer. So let us see once again, how did we solve this problem? So first thing, they have given you x of omega is equal to question. So what we have to do? Put e power minus j omega is equal to s. So then using partial fraction method, get the values of e and b. So after getting the values of e and b, substitute s is equal to minus e power j omega again. Then use this property, a power of n u of n is 1 by 1 minus a e power j omega, because using that IDFT property, we'll get our time domain signal back. So this is how we have solved the problems. So let me solve another problem so that we are comfortable in this one. So x of omega is equal to 6 by e power minus 2 j omega minus 5 e power minus j omega plus 6. So how can we solve this? First simplify in terms of e power minus j omega, so that it will be easy for you to solve. So I'll write this one as 6 e power minus j omega the whole squared minus 5 e power minus j omega plus 6. Now, as previous, so put s is equal to e power minus j omega. So now we can solve this easily. 6 divided by s squared minus 5s plus 6. So how can you simplify this one? So this in terms of partial fraction as s minus 3 into s minus 2, because 3 2s are 6. So 1 into 6 is 6 and 3 plus 2 is 5. So further, how can we simplify this one? A divided by s minus 3 plus b divided by s minus 2. Then 6 is equal to a into s minus 2 plus b into s minus 3. Now we have to substitute the value as put s is equal to 2 and get the values of b, and put s is equal to 3 and get the value of a. So if you substitute these two, you will get the value of a and b as 6 and minus 6. So 6 and minus 6. So that you have to do, substitute in this equation. So substitute in this equation and do. So let me continue with this star. So we have 6 divided by s minus 3 minus 6 divided by s minus 2. So s is equal to e power minus j omega. 6 divided by e power minus j omega minus t minus 6 divided by e power minus j omega minus 2. Again, using the same property, you can simplify these things. So wait, I'll take to next sheet and I will solve there. Okay. So you can further simplify this one as 1 minute. Yeah. So this you can write it as 6 divided by 2 minus e power minus j omega, because I have taken 2 this side, minus into minus plus, and minus 6 divided by 3 minus e power minus j omega. Always make sure that this e power minus j omega goes to the right side, and this numbers will come to the left side, so that we can express in terms of 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. Okay. So again, how can I simplify this one? It should be in the form of 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. So what I will do, you observe here, 6 divided by 2 into 1 minus half e power minus j omega. I have taken 2 outside because I have to express in the terms of 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. And here in the denominator again, 3 I will take outside, 1 minus 1 by 3 e power minus j omega. Then we can solve easily. So 3, so 2 ones are 2 3s are 1 minus half e power minus j omega minus 2 divided by 1 minus 1 by 3 e power minus j omega. So now we know that dtft of, again using this property, a power of n, dtft is 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. Always in the test, make sure you write this property so that while correcting they will understand you have used this property and you have got the dtft. So this one, it is in the form of 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. So how can we write this? 3 a power of n u of n minus 2 into a power of n u of n, because a is 1 by 3 here, a is half here. So using the same technique as previously, we have got the final answer here. So this is how you have to solve this partial fraction method. So CTFT, we have solved many problems. It's the same way. So we will see once again what I have done here. So first you have to simplify in terms of e power minus j omega, and then put s is equal to e power minus j omega, get the values of a and b. Then make sure you express this e power minus j omega right side, so that it should be in the form of 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. So I have shifted this right side. So I have taken minus outside, and I have brought in terms of 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega, so that IDFT of this one is a power of n u of n. Okay. So based on that, one homework problem for you. The question here is x of omega is equal to 3 minus 1 by 4 e power minus j omega divided by 1 minus 16 minus 1 by 16 e power minus 2 j omega plus 2. So it's the same way. Put e power minus j omega is equal to yes and solve it. So the answer I will write here. So if time permits, at the last I will solve this one. So otherwise it's on the same technique and on the same basis which I have solved the first two problems. The answer should be 1 by 4 whole to the power of n u of n plus 2 into minus 1 by 4 whole power of n into u of n. So this should be your answer. So this is your homework problem. You have to solve it. Okay. So now we have solved some problems with respect to Fourier transform. So let me, get a divergence from that one. So we will use our normal formula method and some properties to get the idea of t of this x of omega is equal to cos omega square or cos square omega. So how can we find this one? So what is our normal formula? X of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi x of omega e power j omega n into d omega. So this is our normal formula. So using this formula, we usually solve. Okay. So what is x of omega here? Cos square omega. So 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi. What is x of omega is cos square omega e power j omega n into d omega. So now what is cos omega? E power j theta plus e power minus j theta by 2. So why I am expressing in terms of e power j theta? So integration will become easy for us. So 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi. So cos omega is e power j omega plus e power minus j omega by 2 the whole square into e power j omega n into d omega. So this 1 by 4 it will become. So it will be outside 1 by 8 pi integral minus pi to pi. So a plus b the whole square. A squared plus b squared plus 2ab. So 2a into b, a power of n into a power of n, a power m plus n. So j omega minus j omega. So it will be e power of 0. So it will be 1. So this one e power j omega n into d omega. Then what we have to do? We have to do integration. So let us do that. All right. So let me solve it here so that it will be easy for you to refer again. So 1 by 8 pi. So how can I, simplify this one? Integral minus pi to pi into e power 2j omega into e power j omega n d omega plus integral minus pi to pi e power minus 2j omega e power j omega n into d omega plus integral minus pi to pi 2 into e power j omega n into d omega. So either you can integrate this one using integral of u into v, otherwise you can use the properties. So which property I'm going to use? See here. So we know that, so not property, it's the DTFT thing. Again, the previous method only. So DTFT of del of n is 1. Now the DTFT of del of n minus n naught is e power minus j n naught into omega. So using this property or using this DTFT of thing, we can get them IDFT or them time domain signal easily. So see what I'm writing here. So this I can write it as 1 by 8 pi del of n plus 2 plus del of n minus 2 plus 2 into del of n. So using this property, I have applied to this one and this one and this one, and I have got my time domain signal. Okay. So use the property, so you'll get them answer easily. Okay. So make sure, you understand the things, you solve, more number of problems to get them answer. Okay. So having said that, so let me move to, next problem. So this is like, standard problems. These are like, they'll give you the time domain signal, or they'll give you the frequency domain signal, and you have to find the time domain signal. So it is easy. Only thing, while solving you have to be careful while putting the limits, and while writing the mathematical expression you have to be careful. Where the problem occurs is while you're solving or simplifying things, when you're doing integration or writing the things, some small mistakes you will do. Try to avoid that, so that you write step by step. Let it take 2 more minutes. So slowly you solve first, and for that test or the exams you'll get it easily. So yeah, let's solve it. So what's the question given here? They have given x of omega. We have to find x of n. So first what we have to write is, we have to write the formula. So what is the formula for x of n? X of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi x of omega e power j omega n into d omega. So now x of omega they have given. So, and the limits also they have given. Just substitute it and we'll get the answer. So 1 by 2 pi. So your integral from minus pi to minus 9 pi by 10. What is x of omega? X of omega is 2 e power j omega n into d omega. Then integral minus 9 pi by 10 to minus 8 pi by 10. What is the value of integral x of omega is 1. 1 e power j omega n into d omega. Then finally integral 8 pi by 10 to 9 pi by 10. What is the value of x of omega? 1 e power j omega n into d omega. Finally integral 9 pi by 10 to pi. What is the value of integral? 2 e power j omega n into d omega. So this much integration we have to do. We have to substitute the limit after taking the integration. So let us solve this one. So 1 by 2 pi, 2 I will take outside. What is the integral of e power j omega n? So e power j omega n divided by jn. So with respect to omega, we are integrating. And what is the limit? Limit is from minus pi to minus 9 pi by 10. Then 1 outside. What is the integral of e power j omega n? E power j omega n divided by j omega. What's the limit? From minus 9 pi by 10 to minus 8 pi by 10. Then 1 e power j omega n divided by j omega. Again, what's the limit? From 8 pi by 10 to 9 pi by 10. Then finally, 2 outside, integral of e power j omega n, e power j omega n divided by j omega, limits 9 pi by 10 to pi. So this you have to solve. Okay, substituting the limits, you solve it. It takes some 3 to 4 steps. So finally, the answer I will write here. Okay, so this simplification, this integration you have to do. Okay, so if I go on doing, there is no point in me explaining those simplification steps. So these things you have done in your PU. So the answer should be 9 pi by 10 into n plus sine 8 pi by 10 into n. So this should be your answer. You have to simplify this one. Okay, so just I have given you the logic how to do. Okay, so it's easy now. Given the frequency domain signal, in order to get the time domain signal, first write the formula, then substitute whatever the limits is there, then basic integration and simplification. Okay, so based on that, I have given another problem for you. So what's the problem here? Given x of omega, we have to find x of n. Okay, so that's the problem. So first, what you have to write? You have to write the mathematical expression. So x of omega is equal to e power plus omega, where omega lies from minus pi to 0. Then e power minus omega, where omega lies from 0 to pi. So then again, use the formula x of n is equal to 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi x of omega e power minus j omega n into d omega. So again, the same method, 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to 0 e power omega e power j, so this is plus j omega n d omega plus integral 0 to pi, so it is e power minus omega into e power j omega n into d omega. So again, like previously, there will be some many steps you have to solve that one. So finally your answer should be, so this is just a basic integration. So those things, integration and simplification you can do. You should end up in the answer as 1 by pi cos n pi e power minus pi minus 1 divided by minus n square minus 1. So these things, I not like to, do those things like integration and, simplification. Okay. So those things you have to work it out. Okay. And then you have to land up. But the logic I have given you. So what you have to do, you have to just, write it and integrate it. Okay. Then, okay. Okay. So now this is the kind of problems we are looking for. Okay. So now what we have got here. So using convolution theorem, find them inverse DTFT. Okay. So we have to find x of n using convolution only. We have to use properties. So what we have to do? We know that, convolution in frequency domain is nothing but, multiplication in frequency domain is nothing but convolution in time domain. So x of omega, if I can express in terms of multiplication, it is nothing but convolution in your time domain. So how can I write this x of omega as? So x of omega is equal to 1 divided by 1 minus e power minus j omega into 1 by 1 minus e power minus j omega. Okay. So now we know that. So we know that dt of t of a power of n u of n is nothing but 1 by 1 minus a power minus j omega. So using that, we will get our time domain signal. Okay. So your time domain signal x of n is nothing but, convolution of this one and convolution of this one, because multiplication in your frequency domain is convolution in your time domain. So a power of n u of n convolution with a power of n u of n. So how can we simplify this one? So x of n is equal to, since it is discrete, so k varies from minus infinity to infinity, a power of k u of k into a power of n minus k into u of n minus k, x of k into h of n minus k. Okay, go back to convolution. Convolution of these two terms, see that one. So how this term is defined? So u of k into u of n minus k is equal to 1 for k is greater than 0 and less than 1. For n less than 0, it is 0. So how can you simplify this one as? So this will be summation k varies from 0 to n, and this will be a power of n into 1. So this you can further simplify as a power of n summation k varies from 0 to n 1. So this will be a power of n into n plus 1. So what I have done, so using properties, you have to find the time domain signal. So we have x of omega is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus j omega the whole square. So multiplication in your frequency domain is nothing but convolution in your time domain. So I have expressed in terms of multiplication. In your time domain, it will be convolution. So we know that a power of n u of n is 1 by 1 minus e power j omega n. So we get our time domain signal. In order to get our final time domain signal, we have to convolute these two. So using convolution, I have got the answer as a power of n into n plus 1. Okay. So we will do some more problems with respect to properties. Okay. So what's the question given here? So using properties, find the dtft of x of n is equal to half of n into u of n minus 2. So in CTFT also we have done some problem. A power of n x of t is equal to a power of n into u of t minus 2, something like that we have done there also. Here it is n. So the logic remains the same here. Here also there is no change in logic. So this Fourier series, Fourier transform, it's like bumper chapter for you to score. So always write and practice signals and systems. Okay. So you cannot read this read this subject. Okay. So let's solve this one. So how can I simplify this one? So I will write x of n as half the whole square into half of n minus 2 into u of n minus 2, because half of n half the whole square plus into half to the power of minus 2, it is nothing but a power of n into a power of n, a power of n plus n. So half power of 0 1. So I have written in terms of half to the power of n by 2, because here u of n by 2 is there. So if I express in terms of n by 2, it will be easy for me to solve the problem. So I have multiplied by this half square. Okay, do not think I have done some magic here. Okay, so let me solve the problem. So observe the steps what I'm writing here. So we know that a power of n u of n dtft is half 1 by 1 minus a e power minus j omega. So 1 by 1 minus half e power minus j omega. So now I have got dtft of half power of n u of n. But here we want dtft of n minus 2 and n minus u of n minus 2. So what property we have to use? We have to use time shifting property. So let me write the time shifting property for you. So using time shifting property, so what we have, half of n minus 2 into u of n minus 2. So the dt of t of this one we can get easily. So first, let me write the time shifting property for you so that you'll not get confused. So x of n minus n naught. So if you shift in time domain, what you have to do? You have to multiply by that exponential j omega n naught in the frequency domain, multiply by x of omega. So using that, e power minus j omega is omega into n. So n naught is 2 here. So minus j omega n naught into 2 into x of omega. So which is 1 by 1 minus half e power minus j omega. Because we want here half n minus 2 into u of n minus 2. For that, we have to find the Fourier transform, not half of n u of n. So first, we will get dtft of this. Then using time shifting property, I have got that. Then finally, what I have to get? Half square. So multiply left hand and right hand side by half square. So half square, you multiply here using linearity property. We will get final answer as 1 by 4 e power minus 2j omega divided by 1 minus half e power minus j omega. So, it's the same technique. Okay. First, I have got the Fourier transform of half power of n u of n. Then using time shifting property, I have got this. Then what do you want here? Finally, we have to multiply by half square on both the sides. So I think same thing we have done in CTFT also. Again, I'm repeating here because just it is, you should not get confused. So to get some idea, I'm solving problems here. Actually, I did not want to solve problems on DTFT at all because we have done so many problems on CTFT. You would have got a proper idea. So in order to avoid confusion, I'm doing some problems here. So I think we'll wrap up with this homework problem for today. So what's the question here? So question here is you have to find DTFT. So here you have to find x of omega using only the properties. Okay, using only properties. Okay, so you have to find them DTFT using only properties. So I'll give you some suggestion how to go about this one. So sine pi by 4n you can write as e power j pi by 4n minus e power minus j pi by 4n divided by 2j. Then this one, half 1 by 4 to the power of n into u of n minus 1. So again, so here it is u of n minus 1 is there. So I have to express this in terms of n minus 1. So see what I'm going to do. So 1 by 2j e power j pi by 4 into n minus e power minus j pi by 4 into n. So this one I can express as 1 by 4 into 1 by 4 whole to the power of n minus 1 into u of n minus 1 because u of n minus 1 is there. Then you can multiply these things. It will become 1 by 8 e power j pi by 4 into n into 1 by 4 n minus 1 into u of n minus 1 minus e power minus j pi by 4n into 1 by 4 whole to the power of n minus 1 into u of n minus 1. Okay. So now you can further, simplify. Okay. A power of n, u of n you can use. For this one, like previously, some dtft of a power of n u of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a e power j omega. Then use time shifting property. Then use this. So here you can use time shifting property after that. First you use a power of n u of n as previously, and then after that you can use frequency shifting property. So I'm giving you some hints to solve the problem, and finally you will get the answer. Okay, use three things to get the answer here. Okay, so yeah, I think we have concluded with this module for only thing which is left is like derivation of the property, which I'll post the video because it's easy derivations with respect to Fourier transform, CTFT and DTFT, and those derivations are important for your second test also. So make sure you write and solve as much as problems. You solve problems from Ganesh Rao and also Uday Kumar. So these two textbooks, you solve as many as problems because I have given you techniques how to solve that. I have